Hey, Shalom. First off, I want to start off with saying all praises, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Kakadash. So all praises to the world calls God, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh by Hashem in the name. Yahweh Shai be the name of the only begotten Son. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful like preaching his word in truth and sincerity. And our brother Tazabah, the Great Millstone, Arizona Camp, Lord will, with another video to edify. I ain't gonna play the video. Bro's been seeing it's been circling. That that nigga Drewski, funny dude to me. But this shit wasn't funny. Called himself making fun of the Israelites. He's basically going at IUIC because he's one of those colors and shit. But really, these niggas think that everybody rolls in that fashion. So when they make fun of one, he's making fun of all. Even really sincere people that don't do anything for clickbait, aren't focused on gaining any money. Once you offend somebody who's doing this all for the love of Yahweh Shemir Shai, the Lord looks at that, right? Remember that dude, what is his name? Mike Epps, years ago did a skit. I forgot what the dude's name he did it was. But they were trying to act like they was Israelites. Making fun, jesting, playing games. And then what happened? The dude that was in there with Mike Epps, the Lord put his ass to death. And then, Mike Epps tried to, from what I remember, I think the LA Bros saw him and he was trying to, piece up money, apologize and all that shit because he saw how real it was. He even did a little, he did I think it was Twitter. It might have been on his Instagram, where he did a post apologizing for even doing the skit in the first place. Right? Go ask Mike Epps, Drewski. But at the end of the day, when you read the comments, bros took a screenshot of this and sent it, and it says, "We lost him." Right? The second comment is the point right here. It says, from Asia C, it says, "I want to send this to my brother so bad because he's an Israelite." Right? And ultimately, Jake ain't got no fucking excuse, man. They all know the truth. They just don't accept it. So you don't have an excuse. And it says it in scriptures. They had not sinned. Yeah, John 15 and I'll start at 20. It says, "Remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord." Right? And this is Yahweh Shai speaking. Why did it take the red letter off of my stuff, man? 1 second. Settings. Red letter mode. Let me go back to it. Here it is. John 15 and 20. It says, "Remember that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord." And this is Yahweh Shai speaking. "If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my sayings, they will also keep yours." All right? So just as they was waiting on every word that Yahweh Shai said, waiting on for him to fail and slip in some type of way, right? Calling him all types of names, saying he was Beelzebub, saying he was a devil. What do you think he's going to do to those that actually follow him, right? Because the servant is not greater than his Lord. If the Lord went through it, we got to. It says verse 21, but it says, "But all these things they will do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me." And this is why niggas like to make fun of the truth, because they don't know the Lord that sent that sent his son, that sent us. They don't know these scriptures. They don't know the real temperament of the Lord. It says, verse 22, it says, if I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. You see, if the Lord didn't come and speak to these people, and who is he coming now? Through now, it's the prophets. The scriptures tell you, I sent all my servants. Let's get that real quick. Go back to that. This is Jeremiah 35:15. It says, I have sent also unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising up early and sending them, saying, return ye now every man from his evil way. Well, the Lord did that through the prophets in these times. So the same way the Lord spoke to them, well, he sent men to do his work in these last days, and instead, he's a king. What did the king used to do? He had a king's messenger, right? We are operating as the king's messenger, right? And the message is really just whatever's written in these scriptures, but you got to have the spirit to go through these things. It says, I've sent also unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising up early and sending them, saying, return ye now every man from his evil way, and amend your doings, meaning fix what you've been messing up, and go not after other gods to serve them. And ye shall dwell in the land which I have given to you and to your fathers, but ye have not inclined your ear, nor hearken unto me. And that's what you see. All this playing, all this kikiing, and all this shit. Jake knows the truth. Jake seen the Israelites. If you can imitate us, you damn sure fucking listened. Right? If you can imitate a group, you damn sure listen to them enough to know exactly what it is. And that you're going to be held accountable. Right? You will be held accountable. So, verse John 15:22, it says, but all these things will I do unto you. No, verse 22, so like it. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not sinned, but they have no cloak for their sin. You see? But now they have no cloak for their sin. You see, because the Lord sent men with his word to tell you what was up. But you didn't take heed, but you jested. You made jokes, skits. The men of the Lord was never made for skits. Right? Right? When the prophets came in the old world, this is what they said. Where is it at? Yeah, here it is. 1 Samuel 16 and 14. It says, and Samuel, which was a prophet of the Lord, did that which Yahweh spake, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming. This is how the prophets were treated in the old world. That seriousness. That just while the prophet come around, the elders, men that seen things, been there, done that, started shaking in their fucking boots. And said, comest thou peaceably. Because when a prophet came, he was coming on the service of the Lord. It's just like in the old world. When a messenger from the king came, you were terrified until you got the message of that king, because you didn't know what he was coming for. And that's what we do when we go out there. We're giving you the message of the Lord. And Jake is playing games, man. It says, 1 Samuel 16 and 5, it says, and Samuel said, peaceably, I am come to sacrifice unto Yahweh. Sanctify yourselves and come with me to sacrifice. And he sanctified Jesse and his sons and called them to the sacrifice. You see? That's how serious a prophet of the Lord was taken. But in these times, right? Like the scriptures say, folly is set in great dignity. Niggas are comedians and have a big ass platform. Like who the fuck cares what Chris Rock thinks about news events? Who the fuck cares what any of these entertainers think about some news events? But they're put in a position to where they get to have a voice. And men with real understanding, first and foremost, the greatest understanding in the world, which is the scriptures, they're put to the side and act like we don't matter. But you niggas have no cloak for your sin. You know the truth. You don't care. Right? Let me get this, man. Second Chronicles 36 and 15. It says, in Yahweh power of our fathers sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending them, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. You see, when the Lord sent the prophets, that was a show of compassion. That, hey, I'm gonna give you a chance to get right. That was a compassion, man. I love you, man. These are my rules, and there has to be a response for people that break them. But before I whoop your ass, let me send my prophets out there to tell you what's up so you can fix it. That was a thing of compassion. The Lord did it the same thing in these times. Verse 16, it says, but they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his word and misused his prophets until the wrath of Yahweh arose against his people till there was no remedy. And that's what the days we're coming into. Niggas have mocked the messengers of the Lord, made jokes of it, right? They despise the word of the Lord. When you listen to this video, man, he's making all type of fucking fun. Yeah, IUIC goes off with the doctrine and say you can't mess with heathen women. You can't, if your wife doesn't believe, you got to get away from her. That's not in the scriptures. Paul says something completely different in the New Testament. Paul said, if you have an unbelieving wife, right, and she be delighted to dwell with you, you don't put her away. Right? Yeah, IUIC goes off on a lot of points, but Jake listens all the time, and they despise the word of the Lord. They despise it, man. They don't want to stop playing. They don't want to give up black culture. They don't want to give up Mexican culture. Mexican culture is just as fucked up as black culture, man. Just as fucked up, man. And Jake don't want to give it up. You got a culture, and it's all written in the scriptures. It's way better than everything that black and Mexican culture has. Black and Latino culture. Right? Way better. But niggas niggas play games, man. It says verse 16, but they mock the messengers of the Most High and despise his word and misuse his prophets. Prophets weren't sent here to play games and back and forths and play these what ifs and all that shit, and for you to joke about. That's not what the Lord sent them for. Until the wrath of Yahweh arose against his people, till it was no remedy. Right? Till there was no remedy, man. You can't turn back the judgment that's going to happen at this point. You just got to sit in it. And like, man, Jake don't get it, man. He don't really digest how serious this truth is, man. This is it was a scripture. Yeah, I think this is First Ezra is 1:50. All right, this is what a brother sent. It says, nevertheless, the Most High, nevertheless, the power of their fathers sent by his messengers. Let me actually just go to the actual chapter and everything. Here it is. Nevertheless, the Most High, nevertheless, the power of their fathers sent by his messengers to call them back, because he spared them and his tabernacle also. But they had his messengers in derision. And look, when Yahweh spake unto them, they made a sport of his prophets. That's what this was. All this play. All right? You niggas in the comments laughing, kikiing. Okay. Hey, you made a sport of the prophets so far forth that he, being wroth with his people for their great ungodliness, commanded the kings of the Chaldeans to come up against them. And the Lord's going to command these Edomites, right? The Babylonian army to come against you niggas in this time, who slew their young men with the sword, even within the compass of their holy temple, and spared neither young man, nor maid, nor old man, nor child among them, for he delivered all into their hands. And that's what the Lord's going to do. Your kids, your fathers, your daughters, your mothers, your wives. Right? Jeremiah prayed that prayer. Let their wives be bereaved of children. Meaning let the little kids, let their lives be cut short. That's what Jeremiah prayed for. Niggas don't get it, man. Shalom.